Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Our Forge Jewelers Omega time is 7:38. Forge Jewelers, the official jeweler of 1450 WCTC. It is Bert. Good to have you with us here this morning on Jersey Central. We'll have our traffic and weather update coming up 7:45. Our need-to-know things in this half hour as well. This is something very important and very serious that you need to know. There is a vote that is happening this morning in South Jersey that has to do with a very controversial subject. It's the South Jersey gas pipeline application. And what it is a 22-mile gas pipeline that would really cut right through South Jersey and sort of change the landscape of our state forever. The vote is happening a couple of hours from now, but people are starting to gathering at the location where this vote is going to be taking place. It is in Cherry Hill. And joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline from Cherry Hill is a co-founder of a group who is here to talk about the opposition for this project. And she's formed a group called Citizens United for Renewable Energy. And I want to welcome in Georgina Shanley to Jersey Central this morning just to give us some information about what we need to know about what's happening today. Georgina, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Bert. It's a pleasure to be here
on
this very important day.
Absolutely. Great to speak with you. Talk about why this is of such immediate concern for the residents of our state of New Jersey. It doesn't matter where in New Jersey you live. This is something that it will impact all of us. Can you talk about why this is such an important cause for you?
Oh, definitely. The biggest issue is at stake today is the very existence of the New Jersey Pinelands. And this was our nation's first national reserve in 1978. It's deemed a UNESCO biosphere. It's got 1.1 million acres of land within it, and it has 17 trillion gallons of the purest water in the world.
Wow.
And today, the Pinelands Commission, some people are calling it the fake Pinelands Commission, because they're going to vote today on whether an application by South Jersey Gas for a 24-inch, very high-pressure pipeline that will extend from Millville up to Upper Township will be permitted. And this, the Pinelands Commission has 15 members. 7 are appointed by the governor. 7 are appointed by the local counties within the Pinelands. And there's 1 Interior Department representative. And 3 years ago, in January, the application was defeated. It was actually voted down by the Pinelands commissioners. Mm-hmm. But the executive director took it upon herself to pass the second application. And she, instead of having a vote by the commissioners, she said, okay, it's going to go through. So it was taken to court, and in November, the appellate court ruled that she overreached her authority in this, and that there should be more public input, and the commissioners should vote.
Wow!
And so,
this is where we are. This is where we are this morning, right?
This is exactly where we are this morning.
Okay.
And basically, New Jersey State set up a set of rules, management rules for the Pinelands, way back in 1980. Under Governor Byrne,
mm-hmm.
and it's called the Comprehensive Management Plan. And without that, the Pinelands would have been developed many times since then. And so the application does not conform with the Comprehensive Management Plan. And the role of the commissioners is to protect, preserve, and enhance the Pinelands. And it is their duty to vote against this devastating pipeline.
Yeah.
It's actually, today is the one in South Jersey.
Okay.
But there's another one going through North Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're hoping for today, Georgina, is to get a lot of people out there who are opposed to this and to be on hand when this vote is happening, hoping that when these commissioners cast their vote, they're surrounded and joined in a room full of people that are getting them to vote in the way they want. Is that what you're hoping for today?
Yeah. The biggest thing is we're hoping that science and rules and regulations and not politics will rule today. Governor Christie really wants this pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
He's replaced people who voted against the pipeline with people who are pro-pipeline. So we really need the Jersey spirit, to people to come out today and stand up and say, no, we're not going to accept this.
Yeah, you beat me to my next question as what's the governor's take on all this, but you made it clear that he wants to see this happen.
The governor, the executive director, Nancy Wittenberg, was appointed by the governor,
Mm-hmm.
and she comes from the building industry. So she has inordinate power within the Pinelands Commission.
Yeah.
And four former governors have written a letter opposing this. I think people are not aware of the significance of this. The water, the aquifer in the underneath the Pinelands, some of the aquifer is very close to the surface, and the Pinelands itself has a normal cycle of fire. And if anything were to happen with fire, with leakage, not only would it affect central Jersey and North and South Jersey, it would affect New York City as well,
Wow.
and Pennsylvania. So it's not one of these crazy environmental snowflake issues. This is really the existence of the most precious crown jewel of the state. And I really, really hope that people are taking it seriously. It's at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Cherry Hill in the ballroom. The vote is going to be taken. The meeting starts at 9:30. There's room for 1,600 people. And we really encourage everybody, especially for the sake of the children.
Yeah. I'd love to see this room filled up today with people that are opposed to this, Georgina. I'm sure you would as well. Now, the counter argument that I always get, and I don't know if this is just to appease people or whatever, the counter argument is, well, you know what, if we were to, move gas from point A to point B, or, move this commodity, traditional ways with trucks and whatnot, it's a lot more dangerous to do it that way. The pipeline, we can get gas from point A to point B much safer. I mean, that's the excuse that they'll give, but something tells me that you're not buying that either, right?
Right. From the gas well in Pennsylvania to the flame in Upper Township, there's a high-pressure transmission pipeline that's pushing by compressor stations along the way.
Mm-hmm.
That gas, it's up to 437 pounds of pressure within that pipeline. And just even from Millville to Upper Township, there are going to be 8 segments to that pipeline. Anything that's man-made.
Yep, it takes one mishap, Georgina. You're right. Yeah. It takes one little mistake, one little slip up, and you have an environmental disaster that you will never recover from.
And who's going to clean it up? Who's going to be responsible for cleaning it up?
Unfortunately, you and the good people of South Jersey are going to be stuck with it. You're right.
Well, it's going to be the people of all of New Jersey.
Yep. You're right.
Because it does involve the whole state of New Jersey.
If anybody has, unless they've been living under a rock for a period, Georgina, we're getting bombarded all the time on the news about a similar project that was in the Dakotas, and it involved some Native Americans there. And you saw the opposition, and you saw the stance and how hard the people fought there to get this project, tabled. And they won for a little while, but now it's kind of going in the other direction. What can you tell those people? And there are similarities between the two here, right?
Yeah, some of the people who are at Standing Rock were also at the last meeting of the Pinelands Commission.
Wow.
And it is very similar. And one of the biggest issues is that it's politics that is ruling. It's not science, and it's not communities, and it's not responsible. And we have Senator Sweeney, who's pushing for it. We have Senator Van Drew, who's pushing for it, and George Norcross, who's pushing for it.
Anytime his name comes up, Georgina, I get nervous,
Yeah, well, that's the fact. And it's not going to benefit, the gas is not going to benefit the people of New Jersey. We have enough energy in the state, and we have an excess of energy. We have a power plant that's idle in Atlantic City. They're not even using it because we have enough energy. And our energy is taken from the grid. So if this coal plant shuts down, which it should. It's under orders from the DEP to shut down. If this shuts down, there's not going to be a break in energy usage or energy availability in New Jersey.
Well,
there's absolutely no good reason for doing this except politics and greed.
Well, let's hope common sense rules the day at the end, Georgina. You want people to go to protectthepines.org and they can get a lot more information there?
Yes.
Go to that website. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So hopefully today you'll make some progress here, Georgina. And there's a similar.
All we're doing is to ask the commissioners to follow the comprehensive management plan of the Pinelands. It's like we make a contract with the government to get a driver's license. So then we have to follow the rules of the road.
You're right.
Right? They made a contract with the Pinelands Commission to protect, preserve, and enhance the Pinelands. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hold their feet to the fire. And it's not over.
Follow the legislation that's already been written. Let's just have common sense and rule the day, I think, Georgina. I think that's what we need. Yeah. Listen, keep fighting, Georgina. I appreciate your time this morning. Update us.
Much.
Keep us posted. The Pennies Pipeline, that's another project that I've got my eyes on. And you know what? You've always got to be a voice for the people. I think that's the important thing.
Well, I have absolute confidence in the spirit of the people of New Jersey.
Thank you.
Like
keep fighting.
Irish.
There you go. Thank you, Georgina. Keep fighting. Good luck today.
Bye-bye.
All right? All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Georgina Shanley, my guest. She's the co-founder of Citizens United for Renewable Energy.